If you are over 75 and your legs feel weak before lunch, do not only blame your age. The problem may have started at breakfast, because a breakfast can fill your stomach and still leave your muscles underfed. At 8 a.m., breakfast looks normal. Toast, cereal, coffee, maybe something sweet. At 10 a.m., your energy starts to fade. At 11 a.m., standing from the chair feels heavier than it should. By lunch, you are hungry again. And your legs feel like breakfast never reached them. Most people blame weak knees. They blame aging. They blame not exercising enough. But your muscles may not be missing effort. They may be missing the right breakfast signal. That is where 3 simple seeds can help. Not as miracle foods, not as meal replacements, and not as something that magically builds muscle by itself. They work as small add-ons to a real protein breakfast. Ground flax or soaked chia, hemp seeds, pumpkin or sesame seeds. Each one supports breakfast in a different way. But stay with me, because the biggest mistake is using seeds like they are the breakfast. They are not. Seeds are the upgrade. The breakfast still needs a protein anchor. And if that anchor is missing, the seeds may become just another healthy-looking topping on a weak meal. Before we rank them, look at your own breakfast. Can you point to the real protein? Eggs, Greek yogurt, cottage cheese, quark, tofu, fish, beans, a protein smoothie, or another protein-rich food that fits your body. If you cannot point to the protein, that is the first fix. Because after 75, your muscles often need a clearer protein message than they did years ago. Researchers call part of this anabolic resistance. But do not get stuck on the term. Here is what it means in real life. A small, weak breakfast may not send the same muscle support message it once did. You finish eating, 2 hours pass. You stand from the chair, and your legs still feel like nothing arrived. That is not always laziness. That is not always just age. Sometimes breakfast was too soft, too sweet, too light, or missing the anchor. So today, I'll show you the 3 seed add-ons, how to use each one, the mistakes that can make them backfire, and the 7-day breakfast test to see which one your body handles best. And the first one is the seed many seniors use wrong from the very first spoonful. The first seed is ground flax or soaked chia. I am grouping these together because they do a similar job at breakfast. They help slow the meal down, they add fiber, they add healthy fats, and they can make a small breakfast feel more complete. But they have one rule: they need the right form. Flax should be ground. Whole flax seeds often pass through the body without doing much because the outer shell is hard to break. So if you use flax, choose ground flaxseed. Or grind a small amount yourself and keep it in the refrigerator. Chia is different. Chia works best for many seniors when it is soaked. Soak chia until it turns soft and gel-like. That makes it easier to mix, easier to swallow, and usually gentler than eating it dry. And this is where most people get it wrong. They hear chia is healthy, so they dump dry seeds into a bowl. Or swallow them with too little fluid. Then they wonder why their stomach feels bloated, tight, or uncomfortable. Fiber needs fluid. Without enough fluid, a helpful seed can become a heavy morning. So start small. 1 teaspoon? Not a giant scoop. If your digestion handles it well, work up slowly. Use ground flax in Greek yogurt. Soaked chia in oatmeal. Ground flax in cottage cheese with berries. Chia gel in a smoothie. Or a small spoon stirred into soft porridge. The cue is simple: fiber with fluid, not dry seeds, not too much, not too fast. This seed helps the meal slow down. But the next seed does something different. It is softer. It is easier to sprinkle. And for seniors with small appetites, that matters. The second seed is hemp seeds. You may see them called hemp hearts. These are soft, mild, and easy to chew. That makes them useful after 75, because the best breakfast is not the most impressive one. It is the one you can actually repeat. Hemp seeds add some plant protein, healthy fats, and minerals. But listen carefully. Hemp is support. It is not the whole protein plan. This is the mistake. People take a weak breakfast, then sprinkle hemp seeds on top, and think they fixed it. Toast with hemp seeds is still mostly toast. Fruit with hemp seeds is still mostly fruit. Coffee with a seed topping is not a muscle support breakfast. But eggs with hemp seeds? Now you upgraded the meal. Greek yogurt with hemp seeds? Better. Oatmeal with milk, yogurt, or cottage cheese plus hemp seeds? Better. A smoothie with real protein plus hemp. Now the seed has something to support. That is the difference. The seed does not replace the anchor. It strengthens the breakfast that already has one. The amount is simple. Start with 1 tablespoon. If it sits well, use 1 to 2 tablespoons depending on appetite, digestion, and the meal. This matters for seniors who say, "I just cannot eat a big breakfast anymore." You do not need to force a huge meal. You need a smarter one, a protein anchor, a small seed add-on, enough fluid, and a breakfast you can repeat tomorrow. If this is helping you see your breakfast differently after 75, subscribe and like the video. Now, stay with me because the third seed is where many people turn a useful food into a salty snack and lose the whole point. The third seed is pumpkin or sesame. This is the mineral seed group. Pumpkin seeds bring minerals like magnesium and zinc. Sesame seeds, or tahini made from sesame, bring minerals, healthy fats, and a richer flavor. These minerals do not build muscle by themselves, but your body uses minerals for normal muscle function, energy, and repair processes. That is why this seed group can make a protein breakfast feel more complete. Pumpkin seeds are good if you like crunch. A small spoon over yogurt. A spoon over oatmeal. A few chopped seeds over eggs and toast, or a spoon with cottage cheese and fruit. If chewing is difficult, chop them or grind them. Do not force hard seeds if your teeth, dentures, or swallowing make that uncomfortable. Sesame is the softer option. You can use a small sprinkle of sesame seeds. Or tahini. Tahini is sesame paste. A small amount can be stirred into yogurt, spread thinly on toast with eggs, or mixed into a savory breakfast bowl. The cue is this: pumpkin for crunch, sesame for softness. But here is the mistake. Do not use salted snack seeds like they are a health protocol. Many packaged pumpkin seeds are heavily salted. That may be a problem if you watch blood pressure, kidney health, heart health, or sodium. So choose unsalted when you can, and keep the portion small. 1 tablespoon is enough for most breakfasts, not a handful, not half the bag. 1 tablespoon. Now here is the part most seed videos get wrong. The seeds are not the breakfast. The breakfast is the system. 1 protein anchor, 1 seed add-on, enough fluid, and a meal you can repeat. Let's make it visual. Greek yogurt, berries, ground flax. Oatmeal with milk, hemp seeds, and cinnamon. Eggs with toast and pumpkin seeds. Cottage cheese with fruit and soaked chia. Tofu scramble with sesame or tahini. That is the system. You are not trying to make breakfast fancy. You are trying to make breakfast useful. Now, let's name the 4 mistakes that can make these seeds backfire. Mistake number 1, eating seeds dry without enough fluid. This is especially important with chia and flax. Fiber needs fluid to move comfortably. If you skip the fluid, your stomach may feel heavier, not better. Mistake number 2, using too much too fast. More is not better. If you go from no seeds to 3 big spoonfuls overnight, your digestion may push back. Start with 1 teaspoon if you are sensitive. Build slowly. Let your body adjust. Mistake number 3. Expecting seeds to replace protein. This is the biggest muscle mistake. If breakfast is toast, coffee, and seeds, your muscles may still miss the stronger message they need. Add seeds to eggs. Add seeds to yogurt. Add seeds to cottage cheese, tofu, beans, or another protein base. Do not sprinkle them over emptiness and expect strength support. Mistake number 4. Ignoring medications, allergies, or medical diets. If you take blood thinners, have kidney disease, digestive problems, seed allergies, swallowing problems, or follow a special medical diet, do not make big changes blindly. Ask your doctor or dietitian what fits your body. Now here is the 7-day breakfast test. Do not use all 3 seeds at once. That makes it harder to know what your body likes. Choose 1 seed group at a time. Day 1 and 2. Try ground flax or soaked chia. Day 3 and 4. Try hemp seeds. Day 5 and 6. Try pumpkin or sesame. Day 7. Choose the one your body handled best. Each morning, use the same checklist. Do I have a real protein anchor? Did I add 1 small seed portion? Did I drink enough fluid? How does my stomach feel? How is my energy before lunch? And how do my legs feel on the first walk, the stairs, or standing from a chair? Do not look for a miracle. Look for a pattern. Which breakfast keeps you fuller? Which seed feels easiest to digest? Which one is easiest to repeat? Because after 75, the best breakfast is not the one that looks perfect in a health magazine. It is the one your body accepts. And you can make again tomorrow. So remember the simple rule. Seeds are not meal replacements. They are small add-ons to a real protein breakfast. Ground flax or soaked chia for fiber and meal rhythm. Hemp seeds for soft support. Pumpkin or sesame for minerals, texture, and flavor. 1 protein anchor. 1 seed add-on. Enough fluid. 7 mornings. That is the test. And if your muscles feel weak after 75, do not only ask what exercise you are missing. Ask what message breakfast is sending. Because the first strength signal of the day may happen before your first walk, before the stairs, before the chair, before your legs have to carry you through another morning. You are not trying to fix weak muscles with 1 magic food. You are building a breakfast your body can actually use. Comment seeds if you will try the 7-day breakfast test. Continue with the Healthy Aging Mastery playlist, your complete guide to staying strong, steady, and independent. This is educational information, not medical advice.